Get off my land! Trouble with bear thieves. The only ones I get are four-legged. Look miles away. I'm over here. Let's try a different camera position, because I've moved the room slightly and moved the table over this way, and as you can probably see, there's 1, 2, 3 computer screens and 3 towers over here, which I've always had, but I had a little table down here which is in the way a bit. It wasn't quite big enough to take 3 PC towers where I wanted them, so everything's shoved over here at the minute. So haven't got a lot of updates apart from the ones that I'll cut in shortly. Cider's there, which the room temperature has dropped, so I think has slowed the fermentation down a bit. But we are drinking. Oh God, no! I wouldn't. That is. I'd rather drink a urine sample than that stuff. That is putrid. But that's much better. Drop a vintage cherry be okay as well. Cherry wine. My brother-in-law's late father. Unfortunately, he's got a wee bit of sediment in it, but what it lacks for in visual appeal, it makes up for in alcoholic volume. Anyway, let's cut over to the hop update, which is drying hops update. Well, the hop drying update, I haven't bothered popping in my little plant growing update. Not a great deal of change there. There are some little cones growing on them, but as I've said in the past, whether that'll be too little too late, they seem to be drying nicely. Hopefully my vacuum packing little thing will be turning up in the next day or two, and I can start bagging these. I might just weigh them first just to see how much moisture content we've lost, which is why I've left the bits of paper on them so I know which ones came from what. It's actually, I don't know whether the camera's picking up, it's tinged the colour on there, it's turned to paper green. We've just got the 2 racks on top of one another with the 2 big holes, and then the other ones are just in the old supermarket trays. The dog wants to come in because he thinks he's missing something. Still a little ways to go on these. These were a little bit wet when I picked them, but that's about it hop wise. Some of them look fairly close to being dry enough. Hopefully this packing machine will turn up in time. Meanwhile, back in the brew shed, I've put some of my kit in here because I'm clearing my little man cave room out. I did turn up something that I bought a while back. I don't know why there's a little length of propane pipe. It's not long enough to be good for anything. What we've got here is a stainless steel braided hose, twin bottle regulator. Yeah. Get the damn thing up. You've got 2 fittings into one reg with a pressure gauge, so no fear of getting caught short on boil day. When one bottle runs out, it just changes over to the next one. I've just got to sort out some more gas because my little pots, my little one's completely empty, and I've got a bit of a trek to go and get the big one filled. But I'm going to phone the company because I've managed to pick that 19 kilo bottle up, which I think is about £30 to fill, and the big one's 50, so it's more economic to buy 2 big ones. So I'm going to see if I can swap the bottles out and get 2 big ones, which should last absolutely ages. Time enough to me to keep going and use the big one for a longer boil, and possibly look at a later date converting that one to an electric brew pot, or I might even look at building an electric hob. So I have some hobs with the big rings on them. I have to do a little bit of working out, see if I can build an electric hob which will eliminate the problem of having the elements inside the brew kettles and risking burning your grain bags and whatnot, and getting all the caramelisation around your elements. But that's another project that's way off in the distance at the minute, but if you got it, you might as well try and use it. And I've got a few hobs that I've picked up, and certainly got the metal and framework to build an electric rig. And I've got a 30 amp supply going into my garage, so as long as I'm not using my compressor and my car amp at the same time, which is unlikely, so I don't think there'll be a loading issue with the electrics. Anyway, I think it's time to retreat to the house. And yeah, so I've got a bit of plan to get gas sooner rather than later, because I want to get a couple of all grain brews on the go really, plus some kit ones, because the old provisions are running low. I've got plenty of bottled beer, but not drinkable bottled beer, unfortunately. And I haven't had a chance to bottle up and freeze distill it to see what happens. Commercial beers are running dangerously low. I think I've got 4 or 5. Even had the new batch of St Peter's Christmas Ale this year, which was the one I was given, I think, back in when we done the Brew Tubes Beer Festival, and I done the lager, and I was going to give this to me dad to try. But I thought, bugger it, I was still sitting there the other night when I was moving everything about and found it. If you can get this year's recipe, it's like drinking a Christmas pudding. And that's the smell on the nose, was just like the rum or brandy that you put in a Christmas pud. It was quite nice. Might pick a few of those up in a fortnight's time when I'm over there. Which has just reminded me I should have phoned them up today to make sure they got a space on the tour. Hey ho.
Anybody about the 1-9 look?
No.
That's alright, then I'll switch back up again.
Yeah, catch later.
Cheers.
Well, that's a neighbour up the road on the CB. I forgot I'd left that on. The joys of a squelch. Yeah, so I've been changing all the radio stuff around as well, the PC stuff. Make room down here, as I was saying, to get some brews on the go. So I'm getting low. So I might be able to muster a few demi-johns together for the experimental brews if I can find some demi-johns. I haven't got many. And probably some little experimentays, as Uncle Joni would say, with the carbonated cherry wine. Some experimentays with the Wilco's kits, and there's a few new beers I'd like to try and pick up at work, just a taste. They've come in, they keep changing a few new ones every month when they can get them in. Well, that's, I can't really tell you what else. I haven't planned much because the room's in more of a pickle than it normally is. I have hit 235 subscribers and 7,000 video hits, so cheers to all those that give it the thumb, you remember? Thumb up the video, not up the bum. yeah, so cheers to all my subscribers, all the new subscribers, all those that like, subscribe, comment, bloody blah blah blah. Don't forget Bubbles and Chalk forum, Sean's The Shed Brew, brewingshed.com or .co.uk, I'll get it right. Check his channel, there's a link on his channel. And of course the 17 crew, Homebrew Dave, has been diligently working on a new section of the forum, and there's a link to some homebrewers. I think Harry Brew is up, was going on there, I can't remember. I haven't had a chance to look this week because I've been messing around. Didn't even have it on last night because all the computers were disconnected. But there's me, yours truly, my ugly mug's on there with some vids, and Grant Baker and a couple of the other guys, Hobby Brewer, some of his vids. I think there's some of my DIY vids on. So yeah, cheers for your work there, Dave, on the website, and everyone else, all the other admins on the site too. Glass is getting dangerously low. Hang on a minute. You know what happens if you run an old diesel tank? You pull all the old sediment up and it conks out the engine. And I'm a rusty old wreck already. Have some STP. Right. Well, I'm going to wrap it up this week, guys, because I've got stuff to sort out in here. So hopefully there'll be some brew news coming soon. And don't forget, if you want 640 recipes on PDF, I am the man. You need to PM. I may be creeping into the world of social media, as they call it. I know this is social media in one way, but I don't know what's it called, Facepack and Twitter. I shan't be going on Twitter, but Facepack, Norfolk Hillbilly. Not yet, because I haven't set it up, which is what the other PC's set up for. Primarily, really, just for selling stuff locally. Obviously, if you want to friend me or whatever you do on Facepack, poke me. That sounds so wrong in so many ways. Anyway, one of those great questions was, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, I can tell you it was the chicken, because I ate the egg. Catching that point. Still need a bit longer in the pickle.